Hello, everyone. When it comes to dating, especially when you're dating abroad, you're learning about different cultures and you're experiencing them, a lot of myths come up. A lot of people have general stereotypes about different cultures, people, and relationships. And unfortunately, some of these are just myths. Some of these are completely not true. So today, let's go about the 5 myths about dating and meeting Ukrainian women. So, a lot of people have preconceived notions, a lot of people have preconceived thoughts, and what I want to do here today is to examine them and see if this really true, or is this something that can be pushed off. The first one would be, do guys have negative thoughts or doubts when going to date and meet Ukrainian women? And when it comes to this, a lot of negative thoughts come from a lot of different possibilities we make up. Remember that fear is thinking about something or fear of what may happen, but it's not necessarily fear of what's going on right now. What do I mean by that? The false events appearing real, that people come up with different scenarios. She's not going to like me. She's going to say this. I'm going to do something bad on camera. I don't think I could get there anyway. I don't know if I could do dating right now. And you come up with a bunch of roadblocks. And there's tons and tons of roadblocks. What you want to remember is negative thoughts, doubts, unless it's something very, very restrictive, is something that you're just telling yourself to stop yourself from doing it. You're allowing limiting beliefs to control your happiness. Now, if I want to date someone, I want to meet someone new, I'm not happy with being single right now, I'm feeling lonely, then you have to let those go. It's something like you want to, get in shape, but you say, I have to get a gym membership, I have to learn exercises, I have to diet, and it sounds tough. But if you always let obstacles in your way with negative thoughts and doubts, you will not get anywhere. And another negative thought, another doubt may come up is, well, would I actually travel to Odessa, Ukraine to meet the girl of my dreams? And a lot of people might think, Ukraine, I don't know too much about it. Could I actually travel there? Would they accept me? All of that stuff, would I actually do it? And the answer is, if you're truly in love with someone, then you start to learn their culture bit by bit. And I have a video about culture shock you can also watch. But not to make it overwhelming, what you want to do is set aside again these preconceived notions of would I actually do it, would it be good, and then start to learn a little bit about it. You can utilize YouTube, you can utilize Google. Assuming you're watching this on YouTube, go learn a little bit about Ukraine. Go check out the culture. You might find some things you find amazing there. And you're saying, well, would I really do that? Maybe you'll get excited about doing that. It's always fun to even look up travel YouTubers and see the different cultures they go to, the different places, because we have a lot of preconceived notions, not about just relationships, but about, as I said before, cultures. And a lot of it is not true. A lot of it comes down to people are just people. They want to have a good life. They want to be happy. We all get sad. We all get angry. We all experience these emotions. So it's just brushing that off. And then a lot of people still have these myths, though. They're going to say, well, why do they have these myths? Do they really believe all these myths about Ukrainian women? And there are a lot of people who do. There are a lot of people who will tell you, bad things about Ukraine, bad things about the surrounding countries, bad things about Europe, maybe, or Russia in general. And what you have to understand is a lot of people who had bad notions of countries have never been to those countries. I remember it wasn't for a relationship, but I remember going to Mexico and everybody said, get a bulletproof vest. And they didn't say that jokingly. They said, oh, be careful in Mexico. Nothing bad happened. Even drank the water there and I was fine. All the myths were not true, except I had a little bit of hot sauce there. It was a tough morning afterwards, but hey, it happens when you're traveling, trying new foods. But there are a lot of people who do believe this. There are a lot of people who do believe these myths because they have not traveled there. A myth is very, very powerful if you don't have any information to back it up. And you might be saying, well, if they do believe these myths, why do they believe these myths? Same reason, a lot of people believed when I went to Mexico, or if I go to a country that they don't know, then I'm going to get hurt. It's because they've never been there. They never experienced those cultures. You might find that there's a lot of different cultures that really, really like to, embrace Americans and they want to meet Americans. And that's something that a lot of people wonder is, are people, just traveling, or why wouldn't men just travel? Because they're upset about dating in the United States, in Canada, in other Western countries. And it really comes down to this. That may partly be the case, but sometimes it's just trying something new, trying to get over a preconceived notion of how the world is, or a preconceived experience of something being good or bad. And it's always great to try something new. It's always great to, even in this tough time, travel, see the world, get to know new things. And then you'll realize that the more you travel, people are just people. We all experience the same emotions, and that's a great thing to go. That doesn't mean don't be careful or don't be cautious. Use common sense, use discretionary, stuff. Use a good tour guide, use common sense, use help from people who are there to guide you. But aside from there, it can be a pleasure to travel, and don't just do it because you're frustrated with the current dating season, or the dating situation, or whatever is going on. If you really believe these myths are true, then it's time to break these myths down, see what they are, and see how to get past them. Because still, a lot of people believe these myths that Ukrainian women are just desperate. That is completely not true. They're not desperate, but they're looking for somebody who wants to have a committed relationship, and not just a fling. As you see a lot of these apps, Tinder and Plenty of Fish, you can find good relationships, but there's a lot of people who just want to hook up. So they're not desperate. They're looking for a meaning relationship that can turn even into a family, into a future. And then another thing is they just want to get married for green card. And I've heard this, about Ukrainians and different people want to, date abroad. Oh, there's this myth that they just want to date you to get a green card. No. We're all humans. We all want to be loved. We all want to experience, that feeling of someone caring about us, someone being there home when we're going to work. It is human. It's human. So it's not just for a green card, especially through this process. You're getting to know someone. You're connecting with that person over the internet, so you can know truly how they feel, truly connect with them face to face. Even though it's a camera, it's still important. Next, a really big thing. People believe that they're dumb. And as far as I'm concerned, you can just throw this one right out, because you're going to get to talk to them face to face over a camera, get to experience them. And a lot of people just judge intelligence by degrees and stuff like that. No. As far as I'm concerned, connecting with people on a meaningful level is an intelligent way to go about life. When you can talk to someone, if you can have meaningful conversations, which you will when you connect with them over Skype, that's going to be a great starter. So just throw that one out. And there's a lot of very, very intelligent people all throughout the world. There's different outcomes they get based on their opportunities, but there's a lot of intelligent, caring people around the world. Another one is they just live in small huts. I'm going to throw this one right out. Someone asked me when I traveled to Egypt, do I see my family? Do they have batteries over there? And I had to laugh. Look, the world outside the UK and America and Canada, there's a lot of really well-developed countries. And if you don't believe me, just look up some travel YouTubers, check some videos out. You'll see that there's a lot of civilizations there that maybe have some even more advanced structures socially and economically than we do in the West. You just don't hear about it. And then the last is they just want a rich, tall guy with a Ferrari and all this type of stuff. They want, the billionaire, millionaire. And it can never work because, okay, this all sounds good, but I don't have tons of money. I'm not Hercules, all that stuff. Those are limiting beliefs. As far as I'm concerned, if you're looking for a meaningful relationship, she's looking for a meaningful long-term relationship, that's a great starter. That's where you should go. That's what you should use to jump over all these myths. Stop the preconceived notions, stop the fear. You can learn about somebody through the comfort of your own home, learn about Ukraine through the comfort of your own home in YouTube, since a lot of us are home right now, or if we're not working from home, we're not traveling as much presumably, and get to know them, get to know that person, get to know their culture, see what parts you like, see what parts you don't, embrace that and create a meaningful relationship with them. So thank you so much for watching, And I hope you can debunk these myths and have an awesome relationship with a girl from Odessa, Ukraine. Thanks, guys.